Guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we'll be doing a lineup builder challenge which will keep our brains stimulated over the summer season, thinking about what we want to do for our Sorare teams going into next year. Let's go. So for our lineup building challenge today, I'll be building an entire Premier League team with the only stipulation that I cannot use more than one player from a club. So, for example, I can't have Van Dijk and Salah because they both play from Liverpool. So, yeah, essentially, we're going to have 11 players, 11 different clubs from the Premier League, and I'm going to try and build the best possible team I can. Now, this might be useful in the future for some sort of Sorare competition like anti-stack or something like that. And I also thought it makes me very hypercritical in certain positions, and I think is something that is quite important for the so rare, considering that you only allow 5 players per lineup build. So yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and take you guys through the squad I would build for the Premier League. So for the lineup builder today, I'm going to try my absolute best to not include players that have already transferred out of their team. With that being said, obviously the time I'm recording this video as to when you're seeing it is, there's going to be transfers and things like that happening, obviously because the window is now open. However, I'm just saying that I'm going to try my best to not include players like Huijsen and Buemo, Cunha, because they've already moved. But with that being said, there's probably going to be someone in here that might have moved, and yeah, makes it a bit of a mess. But we'll kick things off with the midfield, and I believe I want to go with Caicedo from Chelsea, because you could have Palmer in here, of course, but I just think Caicedo is a fantastic midfielder, so I don't think I'd want anyone else from Chelsea, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in. As well, I think Van Dijk or Salah is going to be the one for, from Liverpool. I'm going to go ahead and put Salah in my team because I think they're kind of like no-brainers. I'm happy to put in players like this, and I think Isak, again, these are all no-brainers to me because they're, in my eyes, just definitely the best players to have from the team. Now, the next one's interesting. I definitely do want to put Gvardiol in here from City. However, I don't know whether to count him as a centre-back or a left-back because he's played on the left quite a bit, but naturally he's a centre-back. I'm playing 4 across the line, so I'm going to put him in left-back for now. However, he can play through the mid, or he can play in a back 3 for sure. But yeah, I think these ones are pretty much going to be my first 4 nailed ones. We're going to have to put a bit more thought into the next couple. Okay, I've deliberated, and I definitely think I want to include Semenyo on the left here. It says he can play right and left, of course. But either way, I don't think it matters what wing he goes on. I think he's fantastic. The only other player I might have got from Bournemouth would have been Huijsen, but of course he's moved. Semenyo, maybe he moves as well, but as of recording, he's not moved, so I'm going to go with him. Now, the next one I did want to throw in an Arsenal player, but I really can't decide between Raya and Declan Rice. Obviously, they have Saliba as well, so I think I'm going to save my Arsenal pick because I mean, all 3 of them can fit in anywhere, so I think that'll be sort of one of the last picks to see which one sort of slots in or makes sense. But yeah, I'm happy with Semenyo. Let's get that centre-back partnership sorted. Okay, so I think I've decided I need to have a Nottingham Forest centre half here, and I'm gonna go. Personally, I prefer Milenkovic, so I'm gonna put him in. I think so rare wise, Murillo might have scored better, but I just think Milinkovic is a better player in my opinion, so I'm going to go with him in there. And I think Bruno Fernandes does make a lot of sense because he's just obviously by far and clear the best Man United player, but I don't know if I want to include him or not. Now, a player definitely do want to include is Yuri Tillemans, without doubt. I think he's had a fantastic season, and he's played so much football. So I'm happy to put him in there. And yeah, let's have a little bit of a think how to complete this squad. Okay, for right back, I definitely want to have Munoz in here. Took a lot of deliberating. I won't lie. This is where the challenge gets hard because you have a few positions left. Like I said, we still have our Arsenal pick, which is going to be one of the three. I think it just depends on which makes the most sense from here. I think Saliba's obviously. I mean, Saliba, Raya, and Rice are all fantastic picks. So I'm happy to leave the Arsenal pick till last. However, we just need to find a way to yeah, fit in the rest. Okay, I feel like a Brighton player has to be in this side, and I really like Van Hecker, and I really like Belieber, but I just think Verbruggen is a slight level above both of them, so I'm gonna put Verbruggen in goal. I don't think he had the most insane year, but everyone knows he's quite young and he's still got so much more time to dominate in the Premier League. So I'm going to go with Verbruggen in net, and that leaves us with a centre back and a centre mid to pick from. Oh, this one is tough because no Brentford players. Like I'd love to have Mbuemo, Wissa, and Mbuemo obviously's moved though. It's tough to not have any Brentford players. Fulham, I don't really feel like they have a spot here. Obviously, we've used a Palace player. Everton got like Braithwaite who could be thrown in here, but I think Maria and Bowen not making it. There's some no West Ham players. There's definitely no Tottenham players, but they've not had a great season. United. I think Bruno's the only one. Like it's so weird. Bruno's such a weird one, isn't he? Because he's just like whether you hate him or love him, like it's undeniable. He is a very good midfielder, so it's making me want to go Bruno and Saliba to round off the squads. And I don't really know if we're going to get much better than that, to be honest. Could there be maybe a Spurs player that I'm not thinking about here? I mean, defensively, Romero's not really been there. You would argue he's probably the best centre back. Van um, oh my god, why have I forgot his name? Van de Ven, sorry. Yeah, Bergwijn, not really to the level. Madison, no. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to. I think that's how I'm gonna have to round off the squad, guys. With Bruno Fernandes, although United have been pretty poor, and Saliba in there, and I think, to be honest, I think that's the best I can do personally in terms of like players that I think will be very. It's like a mix of players that have performed fantastically this season, of course, players that I think are going to be still good enough next season, and of course, like I said, trying to avoid the players that have transferred. Looking over it, Munoz could get, like I said, as time of recording this, none of these are rumoured to be leaving. However, I will say Munoz I could definitely see getting a move. Milinkovic I could see getting a move. So if they move to a club where they've already, I've already said here it is what it is, I guess. But Salah's not going to move. Isak's not going to move. Semenyo maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's fantastic. Tillemans probably not because he's happy at Villa. Caicedo's not going to move. Bruno's not going to move. Although linked with Saudi, I just don't see it happening personally. Gvardiol's not going to move. Saliba, no. Verbruggen, probably not either. So I think if anyone was to move, it would be unless Verbruggen got a mad offer. Milinkovic, Munoz, or Semenyo. The rest of them are pretty cemented in their contract. So, yeah, this is my sort of lineup building Premier League challenge complete. I'm quite happy with it. Let me know in the comments down below what would you have changed? Would you have completely gone with a different setup entirely? Of course, quite important to get these players on your short lists and stuff like that ahead of the Sorare season, because there might be a few in here that are maybe going cheap at the start of the season and people are sleeping on them. But yeah, I mean, obviously players like Salah and that are pretty obvious ones, but players like Semenyo, Milinkovic, Munoz, great little players. I think I am going to do another lineup building challenge video like this in the future, maybe like a world, maybe like all of the leagues, because at the moment I've just focused on the Premier League, of course. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this sort of like fun, different kind of thing on the channel this week. And yeah, if you did, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys in a future video. Peace.